Funny that. Didn't have video. Stopped it, started it. Here we are. Welcome to the latest General Coding Calamity with yours truly, me, Adrian. It's been an interesting last couple of days. I have been to OzCon down in Portland, Oregon, which is a great conference. I'm putting together an interview that I did with some of my cohort there. I also am eating lunch, the remnants of a Pokeball. So it's been a good busy last week or so of stuff. It is definitely time to get back into the code. However, I have been missing the code and just getting something done, you know? So on that note, what are we doing today? It's going to be kind of a random thing today. I don't really have a specific thing planned, but what I am going to do is to make a few items on a list, because that's a good thing to do, you know, as we gather around the table of code here and begin our session. So the last couple of things that I've been working on, there's the Go bits. There's the C# bits, which I've been working on the DataStax devs channel doing. Just for some context, let's take a look real quick at that. If you go over to Twitch, DataStax devs, there we go. Then we go to videos. And what do we got? There's some killer video stuff they've been talking about, doing various things. If you go over to events, you can find it's mostly the security stuff that's scheduled. I got to get the items on the schedule. But tomorrow, I got a trucks session with Christina. And then also after that will be a DataStax Apache Cassandra and C# hour, where I will be continuing to work on the C# code for the schema migration tool that I've been building over there in that session. It's at the point where I'm highly confident, could still fail. Hey, Digital Drummer, how are you? I could still fail, but I believe that I will have success at actually executing some CQL for the schema migration in the next session tomorrow. So that's going to be seriously kick-ass. As for today, though, not going to work on that. Going to work on something else. We're going to work more on... Oops, that didn't go right. There it goes. Wouldn't resize right. Hello, I am not myself. But will it blend? It will indeed blend. Blend like a mofo. Don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind, but there it is. Oh, and I just ran out of beverage just as I start to stream. So, with the Trucks app, been working on this thing for a while now, but in the last session too, broke this out, started working on, what did I call it? Oh, Twitzen. Let's look at that actually. This one is basically, where did we get with this? So I think I left the execution here, which is cool. So if I build that, let's just check out where I was at for the last one. And what I think we should do is implement some tests. How that'll work, I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, so I got config, followers, no, it should be followers and following. The following list. There we go, so we fixed something already. But yeah, so okay, we got followers, followings. And then I think the fig. The real question here is, do I write tests for this? Yeah, ship it, let's go home. Done, the shit's baked. So here's my qualm. This is a CLI tool that will go out to an API endpoint. Music's a little loud, isn't it? Let me get that remedied real quick. There, that's a little better. So I don't really want to mock it, because what's the point? It's doing doing an API request. Should I even write a test for that? There's no logic to that. It's just doing a task. Right? Is there any reason? Is there something that I should test? I guess is the question. If something's just calling API endpoints, do you write a test? Because you can't pull it down from a GitHub repo and run it and expect it to work. I mean, unless my tests include, like, does config exist to access Twitter? And then, do results exist from Twitter with the assumption that the Twitter account exists? And what's the point of mocking out something that's that simple? I'm not sure. I'm not sure there is a point to mocking that out. That just seems like a bunch of extra cruft for something that's going to do basically, at this point, issue 2 commands. What you say? Any thoughts? I mean, obviously, I am not myself wants to just ship it and go home. Because it's done. It's baked. Let's go. Let's hear. Let's look at this. All right, so did this even work last time? Did we actually get a list back? I don't know. I'll build it and see. Oh, my OAuth token. My OAuth 2 token. My OAuth 2 token is not set. Thus, I can't get any results back for some funky ass reason. Does not have access token. Token response does not have access token. Where did I put that error? And why did that? There we go. Okay, let's go to this. Open and find. No, go. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is the access token, error token, the access token. Well, this is a good failure case, right? I mean, it says token response does not have access token. I guess I could test that. But that includes mocking something else too. So I guess this is where I left off last time. I wrote the command for the get bearer token, build token request, initiate bearer token request. Redundant parentheses. Oh, we'll take off the parentheses. Go and its silliness. You got to use parentheses if there's more than one item. But if there's not more than one item, there's just the one item, the one return variable, or one return parameter, or whatever. Or in this case, a return pointer. You don't have to put parentheses around it. So, let's just not do that. Makes sense, I guess. Considering you always have to put these, and you have to put this, I don't see why you even need to put the parentheses. Just put a comma-separated list there. Ah, there's an idea for the language builders. They can add that to tossing out, probably just like they tossed out the try catch proposal. All right, so what the hell? Why is it saying token response does not have access token? Why are we getting here? Okay, what did, oh, there's it. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong line of code. All right, there we go. There's V, no access token. The response is, okay, 4-3 forbidden. Maybe I need a new key. Let me do that real quick. With a new key. The way you get a key for Twitter, go over this again. Dev.twitter. Oh, 12 responses. Did I say something on Twitter again? Shit. All right, apps. Details. Oh, let's do this. Let's do create an app. Finder. Oh. Self-care management. Well, I better call it Twitson, since that's what I called it. The other one. This application is about self-management of one's application. I mean, Twitter account. There isn't a, there's no, oh, it's required? Let's just do that then. Allow this application to be used to sign in with Twitter. I don't really want to do that either. Shit. How did I create the other app? Oh, I just did that. Website URL, okay. No callback, icon, read and write, yeah, that's all I need. I'm just gonna use this. And all right, so here's where you get your consumer API keys. I had to nuke these again. Let's get in here. Wait, so where, oh, is it even getting the frickin' configuration settings? There's an API key and API secret. So let's see if those are actually coming back. API. Oh, maybe that is the inherent problem here. So that's API key and API secret. And then in main, or no, wait, I put it in, it's not in here. Oh, here we go. No, root. Yeah, so API key, API secret, which would mean I need to have this variable in my bash. So if I do code, whoops, code, C. Oh, there's these. But I need to do Twitson for it to pick it up. And let's do source, source, C. Yeah, so now if I do echo Twitson API key, we get that. Okay, so it's there then. But then I gotta add it to this too, because the system won't use the other bit. If I do config, what does it say? Okay, for that, and then what? Why will it not let me? Oh, there it goes. Wouldn't let me do anything for a second. Oh, that's cool. If you paste in keys, it'll paste them in like this. So if you say variable equals whatever and you do a list of them, it'll actually let you paste them in this actual dialog right here. How can I point at this shit? At this actual dialog right here. That's pretty cool. So I don't think I need these though. All right. Oh, what? What? Yeah? No. Shit. What in the world? That doesn't make any sense at all either. What is the build problem? I know you are. The cool thing is you have to get into the account first. See, I can just do that. And then yeah. Too bad you didn't see what they got replaced to. We'll keep talking from this perspective though. There's permission denied. Build a build. Why is that happening even? Huh. I don't know, the command is working. That's pretty weird. Also, hello Miliardo. I like that. It just rolls off the tongue. Miliardo. How is the great journey from somewhere? Oh, I got an idea. All right. Bear with being hidden from view for a moment. Putting the new keys in because I know I can't trust all y'all. You're gonna be in there hacking with my keys, hacking with my tweets, twittering the tweets, saying pooping or something, whatever the trend is these days. Oh shit, what was I doing? Oh yeah, keys. Almost done. All right, there we go. Back in. All your porn friends are going to disown you. Tweets from your account. Oh, it's practically everybody. Just be like, oh God, you're tweeting about politics. Why do you have anything to do with politics? Let's see, have I even tweeted anything about politics in like the last 50,000 years? I don't think I have. How do you like the new interface? Isn't the interface great, you guys? Look at that. I'll just keep up with you. Done with that. What in the hell? Oh, what did I say? Oh. House with wood, go for it. No matter what you build, you're gonna need some wood. Yeah, that was that didn't change my analogy. Then there's a tweet that's unavailable. Somebody deleted the tweet. What? So he's saying JavaScript is like wood. It's not like wood. Wood is a resource material. That's like the drive or the processor or the RAM more than anything. JavaScript is a tool. What the hell? It's not a... How do you... Yeah, even... Like 90% of the web uses Google Docs. That's hyperbolic, wouldn't you say? Weird. Oh, my Twitter feed. Yeah, there ain't even any politics in my Twitter feed right now, currently. Which is marvelous. Look at that. It's just all, you know, stuff. Nursery rhymes for Cookie Monster death metal. This sounds fun. I might have to listen to that. Turing Complete Hammer. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tastes so good. Cookie. I will eat them up. Cookie. Cookie. I will eat them up. Cookie. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Cookie, cookie. Cookie, cookie. Cookie, cookie. Cookie, cookie. Tastes so
Damn.
good.
That is like one of the... I hope that's not copyrighted. God, that would be kind of annoying. That's an impressive death metal song right there. Cookie Monster's death metal song. I like it. All right, so on this note, I'm not super happy with trying to work on this part of this thing right now. Get this damn thing working. Maybe Cookie Monster can eat it. What the hell? Okay, so what did I do? I'm still getting a 403. Why am I getting a 403? No? I bet if I go and run... I bet you Twits works fine. Oh, I'm going to have to do a little login session again. So just bear with me here. All right, almost done. Almost done. It's going to be quick. Almost done. Almost done. Gosh, shoot. All right. So let's see here. Let's see if this. Oh, Cassie's not gonna work. The database isn't up. Here, just do a find them. The hell. It's basically the same code. Speaking of that, let's refactor this project. Okay, so this is the one where I just did XML output there. What the hell? Looks like it broke the XML output. Anyway, there's the Twitterverse. And if I just do a parse, this is the one that parses out the Twitter accounts from this text file. So if I run it, debugger says it did the XML. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's working. I don't know what the other XML file is for. But let's not do XML. Let's do not XML. Let's do text. So where's the config? Config text. There we go. Okay. So now if we run that, we should get a text output. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. Now if we change over to find them, it'll run that. And there it is. Boom. Okay, so that shows that it's finding and getting Twitter results. Okay, so I'm not really sure what the bit is here. But what I ought to do is refactor some of this stuff and then maybe even make it available as a library or a module unto itself for my Go project. So let's get into some refactoring here. So we got, oh gracious, this looks like such a blah mess. So this is the insert into Cassandra, etc. And it's got the whole putting together everything at the beginning here. So let's run the schema migration and get the Cassandra bits actually put out there so we can use those. So right now I got, let's see, oops, Docker network list. I do have dev twits. Oh, so maybe I have this running. So Docker PS, no, Docker PS list. Okay, that's other stuff. So let's see what I got in here. I got dev down. Let's just do a cleanup. Okay. And then dev up. That's gonna get my stuff started there. And let's see, what is an up? I don't remember where I left off with this. Oh yeah, so I got the actual migration set up. So migrate, yep, that's in there. So I'm using the Golang migrate tool to do migrations in this. So right now I'm gonna do up, boom. Oh, phooey, I always gotta do that. Oh yeah, here it is. So I need to run this first to get the key space. Okay. So now I have the key space, so now I can do up and down migrations against it. So let's get over here and we'll do that up again. There we go. All right, so now I have a table and I should have some other stuff. There it is. Okay, and I don't think I have any results. So yeah, nope, no results. So our infrastructure is all there for the database. Let's switch over into build Cassie. So that should build and insert the items that it finds from that list into the Cassandra database. So if I do a little refresh, boom. Oh, I get nothing. What happened? Oh, beginning date. What? Okay, so this one doesn't. Let's do find them again. Okay, I must have just got my keys out of sync. I'm gonna do some secrets again real quick. Oh, balls. So I'll let y'all know what I did here in just a second. it was a moment of specialness. So I had swapped the key and the secret around for the Twitter access. When I, oh crap. Twitter. Oops, twits. API key. Oh, weird. Yeah, I just switched them around. So it looked like, I think I should get them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now in here, boom, results. Okay, so we have it writing the data into the database again, right? And I think I tweaked around with the key to make it not write the same stuff over. So if I run it again, I think, so I got 16 now. If I refresh. Yeah, okay. It doesn't do upserts, and it doesn't overwrite existing data in the database now, which was something I kind of remember doing last time, but all right, so we're caught up. We have ourselves writing some stuff into the database. So let's refactor some of this. We know that works. So we want to go over to helpers, and what do we got in here? We got all types of stuff. We got the get bearer token in here. So yeah, I have like almost the same code in here. Huh. Let's do this. Let's find them. I don't know what I just did, but it worked. Okay. So if we come in here. So here we're putting together our request object. So maybe I can clean up the request object. So we set the grant type to client credentials to get the OAuth 2 token right here. It's done with a post. So and that is going to give me a request object and a prospective error if I've done it wrong. Which the error, interesting. Okay. So the error here, and then I guess what I could do even, let's do response request. Oh yeah, I could do that. Let's do this. Refactor, extract. Let's do a method. Did it just not? Let me do that. Refactor, extract, method. Factoring is, oh, I don't know what crap is that. Well, let's just do this. We'll do it manually. Func build request bearer token request. Okay, we're gonna do this. And let's make the response a, what do you call that request? An HTTP something or other? This is what? Come on, tell me the type. Well, anyway, we'll do that in a second. So return a request. So we'll just say string for now for that. Then we're gonna do basically this stuff. And what do we need for that? We need, yeah, we don't need anything really. Too many arguments to return. Return, oh, we're not returning an error. We'll return the error. No, wait, whoops. Ah, shit. Well, I shouldn't put that there. Oh, let's make it a two-part function. That's what I'll do. We're going to do this one like this. Refactor, extract, method. When selected statement contains return statement. Okay, well then, damn it, do this. Refactor, extract, method. And we'll call this build bearer token request. All right, and I want to handle this. Oh, I see what the problem is. So I don't want to deal with that right there. So I want to do the error handling in here, but maybe I don't want to do that. Anyway, that gives me the get build bearer token request. Okay. And then that's all fine and dandy. And then we're going to do a check error. Oh, hell, what is it? Helpers. Oh, there we go. Error. Then this we need to build up. So this is, what am I doing? I'm building the base 64 token, putting that together with the consumer key, consumer secret, as you do. Encoding that base 64, yeah, and then putting the header for the authorization content type here. So let's call this the set headers encode base 64. Consumer key, secret key, and then take the request and do the thing with it. Okay, so that gets us down to this bit of code. I still think, let's do this. Let's get rid of the error there. Let's go over here. Go to declaration. Get rid of that error. And let's do the check there. So that'll just nuke the function and cause a explosion. Yeah, get rid of the parentheses. Okay. So there, that cleans up that code even more. Set headers in code base 64. Okay. So we got the request. And now we're gonna let's say get response. And then it's just processing here. Well, that's the access token for this particular, the bear token. And yeah, okay. So I basically want to leave that. So I cleaned up the top, left that. I got set headers, build bearer token request. This doesn't really need to be available outside of this. So let's rename this and say set. Unhandle error. Oh, handle the error, please. Oh, well. No. Oh, the function. Well, okay, we're gonna leave it there for now. So that's sort of cleaned it up. All keys, Viper all keys. File set. Oh, this is just some error catching. Contain string. Okay. What's that? All right. So your bearer token and this one should probably. I feel like I should put it somewhere, move it somewhere, do something. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. What should I do with it? Seems like I could do something with it. What is this fussing about? Oh yeah, unhandled exception. So let's move the get bearer token stuff into a new Go file, actually. Empty file. Let's call it bearer token. And then we're gonna move this. Actually, let's move this stuff first. Whoops, what did I just do? Yeah, so let's do this and then move. Ah, come on. Refactor, move. Let's move this. Let's see if we can move all of it at the same time. All of that to helpers. Yeah, to file bearer token refactor. All right, cool. It's all in there then. I guess it makes sense since it's in the same deal here. But I feel like I should put it in a different folder than helpers. But there's helpers, then there's helpers. Storage. Oh yeah, data. What did I put in here? Oh, I did nothing. Nothing so far. Migrations are done. These bits are done. So then, let's see here. Cassie is... Oh yeah, it's the bloated one. This one needs helped out. Oh yeah, so that needs to go into storage. Let's say this, or actually let's run these suckers. Let's do find them. Okay, found it in the Twitters. Let's write it to Cassie. Yep, okay, that worked. And then parse, just general parse. Yep, that looks all good. All right, so that refactor didn't dork nothing up. Let's see about this one. Let's do this and refactor, extract, method, and we'll call it get database. Oh no, actually, let's do get Cassie session. There we go. And then, oh, what happened? So we'll go to declaration here, and then, damn thing. So get Cassie session. Oh, I need to return session. What do we call it? We're calling it go CQL session. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, what's this fussing about? Cannot use session type as a... Well, what is it? Darn it. Oh, new cluster. Oh, cluster config. Oh no, that's the cluster config. Yeah, then cluster dot create session. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I can make it a pointer to the session, and then over here, session. Oops. Boom. All right, that fixed that up. Then let's here build. That builds the Twitter list. Gets an access token. It gets the bearer token. Get Cassie session. This would. Let's see. So that's going to do the client. Okay. So let's refactor and pull out a method for that, and we'll call it get Cassie client. Or no, wait, get Twitter client. Twitter client. And I don't have it set up either. Okay, so we'll do client like so. And go over here, go to declaration. And here we need to set up where it's HTTP client. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Twitter client. Yeah, okay. Oh, whoops. And then, oh yeah, return. Boom. What did I do? Putting the wrong damn spaces in and stuff. All right, there we go. All right. Aight. Oh, and this completed Twitter list? Oh, it's unused because it goes there. Let's take that actually then. And we're gonna cut that out. There we go. It's your client. We'll get, okay, completed Twitter list. Let's actually call this something else. That's just too much. Shift F6 for rename. We'll just call it Twitter list. There we go. Okay. So we get our session. We defer its close. Get our Twitter list. We get our Twitter client. We get our parameters, which is derived from the Twitter list. Oh, And then we say client users lookup. And let's share whatever. I don't really need that. But this could be its own little thing. So we'll call this refactor extract method. Let's call it get Twitter's details. There we go. Okay. And then that's going to be, it's going to return Twitter users. Did not mean to do that. Let's see, Twitter users, Twitter dot users. Right? Something like that. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah, then. This is. Then we got the Twitter list. Build Twitter list. Go to declaration. I'm going to get the type here. So it's build to. So it's a string array. So in here, this needs to be that. There we go. And then, oh, just return values. There we go. Getting pointer crazy there for a second. Now we'll scroll back up here and get our Twitter users. And in here we're going to pass client to Twitter list. I think that'll do it. Yeah, so let's go back to this though. And go to declaration. I'm going to rename it again. So refactor, rename, get Twitter details. All right, so we got session. Then we get our Twitter list, our client. Then we get our Twitter users from Twitter. So actually, let's call this. Let's just call this Twitter refactor. Twitter client. And we'll call this. Rename again. We'll call it Cassie session, I guess. I feel like I should just call those the connections or whatever. So this is a Cassie session. The Twitter client is a Twitter client. They're both kind of clients. They're both kind of sessions. It could get confusing. All right, so we get the Cassie session, then we build a Twitter list, get the Twitter client, get the Twitter details from the client and list, and then, so Twitter users is then available. So every Twitter user in Twitter users do this thing. So it prints it out. So I'm going to leave that, but I don't want to do this because I got all that figured out, which is basically building a new UUID for the insert, right? And this is helpers check, blah, blah, blah. Let's do this and refactor method. We'll call it build CQL statement. It's not station statement. There we go. This is going to have wait a second. What is it? Sometimes this refactor is not so good at this. So I need a Cassie session. And I need the Twitter account. Okay, so Cassie session, this, and I need each one of these Twitter users. So we'll do this. And this, yeah, okay. So then refactor. Extract method, insert Twitter account. And then this needs Cassie session and Twitter user. CQL.session. There we go. Which will be Cassie session. And then this will be Twitter user. Which will be Twitter.user. Boom. Okay. Oh, and then prepared UUID. Oh, this doesn't need to be here. It can be inside this thing. This shindig. There we go. I was using the GoCQL, but it wouldn't seed and create a new UUID appropriately. So I had to move to doing the new v4 UUID. So maybe there's something with that. Maybe there's another way to do it. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Might have to ping the developers to see what the deal is with that. All right. So anyway, we got that organized a little bit. So now insert Twitter functions there. Get Twitter details. So that gets the users. Okay, it's Twitter client gets the Twitter client, etc. So now, I feel like what I could do here is, so build Twitter list, get Twitter client. So this, get Twitter client. Feels like that should be in core twits. Refactor, let's move this to core twits. Get Twitter client. Yes, okay. Which will be core twits. Twit wrap. Let's do this. Let's do a new file, and we'll call it get client, just client. Okay. All right, so that's in core twits now. Build Twitter list, get Twitter client, Twitter users, get Twitter details. Okay. So that shrunk up this call, which is what I wanted to do. But then this needs to be in data. So let's refactor, move, and we're going to put this in storage. Data sounds groovy. To package, whatever the fuck. Package, storage. Right? Yeah. Package, storage. All right, so now let's try to move this. Whoops. Ah, shoot. So we're gonna right click, refactor, move to storage. Then we're gonna go with a new storage data. Yes, I think, right? Yeah. Boom. Okay, so that's in storage now. Have storage, insert Twitter stuff. Okay, and this is in the core twits functionality. This should probably be get Cassie session. Oh, this is oh, what should I call that? Well, I'm just gonna attach it to the data. Get Cassie session, refactor, move to data. There we go. And then details. This would be in the refactor, move to core twits. And then in the client details, no Twitter list. Let's go in Twitter list. There we go. All right, so now this Cassie method looks, or function, looks more like the other ones, nice and cleaned up. So config is short, Cassie is short, find them is short. Oh, I got parse Twitter list. So what does the parse Twitter list do? Starting Twitter information retrieval. Oh yeah, okay, so that spits out basically the results. That can stay there. That's just the print commands, really. So there's core twits, process Twitter accounts, print users to console. I feel like I need to really segment that stuff a bit more. So let's go ahead and run this stuff, see what we get. First off, this is not a build, and that is not a build. Thanks for adding it, though. All right, so let's just do a parse. And then we're going to do a Cassie run. Yep, that worked with my cleanup. So just user goes through each one of them that it's going to add, or attempt to add, does that. So if we look back in our database, though, should just have the like 16 values. Yeah, that looks right. So no redundancies in there. Let's do this. Let's go back into twitters.txt and add some Twitter accounts, right? just to give ourselves more stuffs. Let's see, who do I got? All y'all in there, right? I got. If you don't see your Twitter account, let me know. It's here. Who's online today? So we got not myself, and then we got digital drummer Jay. Is that actually your Twitter account? Let's do this. Let's find you. Is that you? Yep, there you are, Justin. Perfect. So we got you added. Let's add Jeff Schumacher here. And let's add Rickosaurus. Yeah, so we'll add Rickosaurus and whoops. And code reflection. And let's add Chief Scientist. Seems like a cool fella, this Chief Scientist. Keep meaning to ping him and hang out sometime, but I haven't managed to do it yet because I'm bad at internet sometimes. All right, let's hear. I know there's some other people too. Oh, we'll just do this. We'll go home. And then there's Javi, Mary Thingwall. Oh, there's Sarah Drasner. Let's add Sarah Drasner. Oh, and let's add Ed. I'm going to add a few more people here. Who else should I add? Ed Bot, Lindsay. Oh, man. I had a gig I was going to send her, and then the company went sideways. Aaron Rifkin? I don't think I actually know Aaron Rifkin. I'm going to figure out who that is later. Jesse Frizzelli. Chase Burns. Oh, let's add Tammy. Fellow metalheads here. Fellow metalhead Jay. Or maybe Tammy sees herself more as a punker. But either way, you know, the fun, heavy stuff. Whoa, what? God is dead and replaced by transmute. That's awesome. So I think that's going to be it. Oh, why play acoustic cover of Slipknot? So, oh yeah, he did that today. He just sat down and started learning it on the Twitch stream. It's an awesome Twitch streamer to watch. And it is the Matt Heffy. Matthew Kitschy Heffy. Oh, and let's add Marcy. There we go. Okay, so there we go. I'm just kind of doing this messy because it's early dev relations, content learning at Microsoft or previous AWS cloud. Oh, cool. You sound like a rad person. Let's get you added to the cool rad person list. Yeah, consistency is important. All right, y'all. Who else? There we go. I feel like I'm going so slow today. All right, so additional accounts. So now if I do build Cassie, it should insert, theoretically, I believe, it should insert these new accounts that I just added into the database. Boom, execute, and blah, blah, blah. Did it do it? Oh yeah, I have to click on the database. Refresh. Oh, you had almost 4 weeks off. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Beautiful. It adds to the list just as I had wanted. So that's a beautiful thing. Very, very beautiful thing. Welcome back to the not vacation world, you know, for better or worse. I'm going to be doing some more of this stuff, more rando hacking over the next few days. But also, just to note, you may want to tune in On Thursday, I'm aiming to do some hardware hacking and actually do some DataStax Enterprise implementation on hardware. So I'm going to be standing in the other part of my office with no green screen, just with cameras pointed at the hardware. And we're going to talk about and try to fumble our way through getting 5 servers, 5 computers up and running with something to run DataStax Enterprise on. Not entirely sure how I'm going to do it just yet, but between now and Thursday morning, I'm going to have more of it figured out and then work through it on Thursday specifically. Dry heat in Phoenix. Oh yeah, man, it's been crazy hot all over the country. Pretty wild stuff. I'm glad that I'm not dealing with the 100+ degree Fahrenheit temperatures right now. I don't do well in the heat at all. All right, so we got that added. We added more Twitter accounts, got that cleaned up. So it's working. And I think the next step here, so we did some refactoring, and our next step, there's a couple different prospective next steps. We could get more build going on, even though I think that's fine. But what I'd like to do is actually get it to build out to other operating systems. So that's probably what we'll work on next session. Right now I have it running at Circle CI because that was of all the implementations I did of continuous integration, because I went through a few, that ended up being the top option. It worked really well. Yeah. So until next time, do all 2 of us want to raid somebody? Is anybody out there twitching away? Let's see here. I'm taking a look real quick. Who is twitching away? Storchheimer, D-Ray, Timbade. Oh, Robert Tables. Let's go raid into Robert Tables again. all 2 of us. Let's see, raid Robert Tables. Yeah? All right, there we go. Both of us will go in like 20 seconds here. Raid fade out implemented.